G'day everyone, I'm the Aussie Huntress, and before you watch this exciting bit of footage next, I just want to share with you some of the concerns I have regarding the deer populations that are increasing in this country. And it largely comes down to the deer have no really known predators other than us humans, and the ideal habitat and living areas that our country provides for them, from anywhere from lush scrub that our parks and forests provide, to swamps, to hilly areas like, say, the Grampians, for example. You know, they've recently just had a big cull that they did from helicopters in the Grampians area, and that's largely due to these populations of deer species that are pretty much growing out of control. When I say out of control, if I liken it to, for example, crown of thorn starfish, which is just out of control in numbers throughout the Great Barrier Reef. Now, for example, if we compared divers to hunters, and if every diver went to the Great Barrier Reef and, say, collected 50 or 60 of the starfish to help reduce the damage and the impact that they're doing on the Great Barrier Reef, if we were then to say, if a hunter went out and shot, say, 4 or 5 deer, or let's say 10 deer, would they be having an impact on the damage that the deer are doing to our native flora and fauna? The answer is it would have a very, very minimal impact in both instances. So for those people that are anti-hunting and think us hunters are bad, terrible, cruel people, I just want you to, for a moment, think about the damage that the deer are doing. We already have endangered species like some of our lilies and some of our little native orchids. You know, like, they're precious to our native areas, and the deer are eating them as the main culprit. And at the end of the day, I believe I'm doing a good thing for the country. I want more women to start learning how to hunt. It's not just a man's sport, or a sport made for kings, as the old saying used to be. It's not cheap, but I really encourage you to have a go if you've been thinking about doing it, or maybe watching your other half getting out there, going away for weekends, having a heap of fun. I encourage you to go and get your license and, you know, get some support and help out there, how to learn and stay safe, and how to hunt, whether deer is your nominated species. I can tell you, you'll be doing it for the good of the country. So don't delay, get on with it and come out and hunt like I do, and do some good for the country, and help keep these numbers down. Even though, like I say, as a single hunter, we're having very little impact on the numbers. Every year they're doubling, and if you look behind me there in the background, that view goes right across to the actual Grampians. I'm out in the West Wimmera region, and I can tell you that the deer population right through and across into South Australia it's rampant. There is literally tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of deer, not just in Victoria, but throughout Australia. So as you watch this next piece of footage, I just want you to see that there's actually 2 lots of deer in the footage. There's the first little herd that come through, and I take out the stag, and then in the background, which is hard to see because I haven't got the best of cameras, you know, to capture this just yet, but in the background there's also about another 10 or 12 coming through as like a secondary herd. So in that group alone on that day, there's like 20 plus fallow deer coming out to graze in that farmer's paddock, which he did have a crop on the previous year. And this is also another valid point, is that many of our forests and parks have farmers' properties as their boundaries. And again, it's ideal for the deer. They're coming out of the parks, out of the scrubs and swamps and bush, etc. They're coming in, they're smashing crops, which is also having an impact on farmers' financial income. But anyway, enjoy the footage. I take out a fair size fallow stag, and I hope you enjoy it. There's a boy coming. Here the boy's hanging back. Get up on the boat. There he is. There he is. Wait, he's behind. There you go. Good shot, good shot. Down. Good job. Got him. Stay tuned because there's heaps more to come. Bye for now.